Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your January tarot card reading. I have laid out the African Tarot and the Tarot of the Divine along the axis of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with the good tarot, and I'll use 3 oracle decks throughout the reading. I appreciate your time and all the support that you give to me. I'm grateful to be here. I also am going to start doing personal readings. The information is in the description box below. I will, for safety reasons, never contact you about readings, offering readings for payment, ever. And if someone does approach you as me, Regina, or Pacific Tarot, please know that that is a scam. I would hate for you to be hurt that way. But I am giving away a free reading every month. And in order to let the winners that are chosen from the comments section, from the donations I receive, to know that I'm offering this reading, I will be emailing those winners. I will not be asking for payment since it's a free reading. So this is simply a new offering. I'm excited about doing this, and it is an honor to be able to do this for you. So Aquarius, let's get started with your overall energy for the month of January, the Queen of Swords. There is some discernment needed, Aquarius. This is consistent with your temperament. You are dispassionate in your ability to separate yourself from your powerful emotions or feelings in any situation. But you're particularly clear at looking for the truth, being curious about your understanding of things, your sense of reality, challenging your own assumptions or the assumptions of others in a way that is based on query, and that is about asking questions and listening to the response that you receive. This is where your efforts to gain more information, to understand the experiences of others, that helps you inform your sense of knowledge and information that describes something for you more fully. That you have previously believed you understood thoroughly, that you got it, but you now see that many of your ideas and assumptions were based on a system of beliefs that you recognize as having outlived its purpose. And you're really interested in being more authentic and more clear about the thoughts you cultivate and the reality you want to experience. In the 10th house, your social identity, the Strength card. This is really an acknowledgement as well that you have gone through some extraordinary challenges, perhaps of late, perhaps with regard to your community, your work, a place that you hold on a team, a position of authority you have, a way that others see you as the strong one, the consistent one, the persevering one, the one who actually is a little bit smarter than others, is more committed, certainly. And this has, in some ways, promoted an effort on your part of accepting that sense of power and strength and actually supporting others when you recognized a need to do so. Understanding fundamentally that just like the Queen of Swords, the way that you're understanding your experience and supporting the building or the growth of something new, the expansion, depends on everyone's part, and helping others to participate from a place of strength also helps you recognize you benefit from that. However, this card also is telling me in this moment that you are a little bit tired of being the strong one, a little bit tired of being the one who has it all under control. Even if you are in a solo situation, maybe you have your own business, you're a solopreneur, perhaps you work on a team of one, perhaps you're a consultant, you're someone who works at the service of teams or organizations, but perhaps is not a member of a team in a traditional or conventional sense. There is still a sense that your advisement is required, that it is taken for granted in a way that you're now looking at the way in which you are perhaps expecting some recognition for the effort that you put in. In the first house, the Five of Coins, you're recognizing the way that you have persevered or been the strong one in your relationships. And as one who took responsibility as the caregiver, as someone who empowered the ones you loved, who met the needs of those you perceived as not quite able to do it for themselves, you are reviewing and experiencing a lot of regret and disappointment, as much in yourself as in anyone else. You're beating yourself up perhaps for a pattern you now perceive in always being the strong one who takes up the cause and support of others almost without question, completely intuiting the need that others have for your strong hand. And in hindsight, you're now reviewing the falseness of that, the way in which you denied yourself the love, the reciprocal attention and care that you were worthy of, that you were deserving of, as much as about your receiving a connection, mirroring the depth of connection and support that you were able to give to others. At this point, in order to break this emotional drain on you, you are understanding that you must pursue your truth, understand your authentic position here, that you were, if the strong one, that there's no fault or malice there, but that you are deserving of love, respect, and the attention, care, and nurturance that you give to others. And that you actually have learned from these disappointing experiences about yourself in that way, that you're completely willing to give and love, but that you expect explicitly some reciprocal mirroring or exchange back towards you. In the fourth house, we have the Five of Cups. And this is interesting with the Five of Coins because I'm actually kind of mushing them together, I realize, in my experience, in my expression of these cards, so that this has absolutely affected your sense of deserving of love, your worthiness, because of a pattern where you were labeled as the strong one, as the one who was the caretaker, as the one who stepped in consciously up to the plate as the caretaker, the one others could rely on, the provider. You've actually limited yourself to a place where your needs were not acknowledged. You felt you couldn't have needs in order to supply the needs of others. And in many ways, you're now recognizing that this pattern is a pattern of behavior that you share responsibility in. These disappointments, these failures are the result of action that you did or didn't take. And that by stepping into a place where you were giving all of your energy, resources, and love away, You have now come to a place where you recognize if others are not able to give that back to you, you must give it to yourself. You cannot survive on this model of behavior that has in some ways been a feature of the way you learned about love, learned about relationship, learned about family and obligation. And you realize that it is time to unlearn this pattern, to give yourself what others perhaps are denying you. And for that is what gives you the gratitude that is unlocking this pattern. You're seeing that these challenges, these disappointments are actually intended for your benefit. They're building you stronger, helping you get clear on the kinds of relationships you do want. The seventh house, the King of Wands. And this is, of course, in the house of your significant relationships. The King of Wands is all about passion. You're dispensing with this sense of being obligated to take care of others. You're really releasing that because in many ways for you, that was your way of giving love and asking for love. And in many ways, you didn't get that back. People moved on from you. You didn't move on from them. And now you're in a place where you're moving forward. You're pursuing a goal, a relationship, a model of relationships in all of them. A relationship with yourself that honors, dignifies, and appreciates who you are. That unleashes this power, accepts that you are a lover. You want to give your energy in a myriad of ways. Not just in traditional romantic loving situation, but in work, in effort. Everything you do in service is an expression of love, and you are passionate. It's almost uncontrollable, but you can use that passion to inspire others, to motivate others. As long as you're clear that this is your design, your goal, your vision is to be this leader. Not to be burdened down with taking care of others, but to be a leader in whatever area is significant to you. And this can be with your goals and your desire to grow your business, to pursue abundance, wealth, prosperity, to lead in relationships, to pursue something that reflects the positive qualities of service within yourself, that allows you to inspire and collaborate with someone in pursuit of your goals together. This is a lot of change that you're seeking at this time, and you're really trying to get your head together around these changes you want to make. I'm going to pull a Starry Beginning before I clarify and ask you, Aquarius, if this reading is resonating for you. Please like this video, share this with someone or others, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled, you are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. That is so beautiful. I'm going to put that on this side with the King of Wands because that's the energy I'm feeling. Recognizing and honoring yourself, loving yourself, seeing what a light you are in the world, in your community, in your family, in whatever environment that you are in. You bring so much love and expression, generosity of love. And I'm also going to pull a Flora and Fauna of Africa. And I have pulled the crested porcupine. And the plant associated with this lovely creature is the monk's hood. And the key word is fearlessness. Face your fears, open up, and be vulnerable. Isolation is not the only way to protect yourself. Proceed with caution and confidence. That is so beautiful. Now I can move on to clarify the 5 of coins in the first house with the 6 of water in the second house and the page of water in the third house. This is really about connecting with your past, the happier moments in your past. Quite often, for many of us, when it comes to touching down on our gifts, our talents, the divinity that we have received through the expression of our gifts, is connecting with a time in your past when you were happy. This can be a relationship, an old friend, an opportunity, a circumstance that allowed you to be creative in your effort, in your expression, without an agenda, without judgment, without expectation, to simply be who you are and exercise your gift naturally. Some connection to that in your past is inspiring you to open up to your creative potential. And that can have everything to do with this fiery, confident, and passionate self that you are launching into your relationship with others. You're allowing yourself to step forward. I almost said step vulnerable, which isn't a misstatement at all, because I think you're allowing your passion, something that may have felt like a vulnerability, to be your strength. And this strength in vulnerability is part of what allows you to receive what you have so often felt overburdened with having to give to others. This is you practicing, exploring, and discovering your needs and your desires, independent of others. This is you relating to you, knowing you, learning who you are through your experiences of loss, of disappointment. The 5 of Cups in the 4th house is clarified by the Empress in the 5th house and the 2 of Earth in the 6th house. Well, the Empress is all about this beautiful empowerment that you are experiencing as a result of the connections you're able to make with yourself as you learn the lessons, recognize the patterns that have been draining you, taking away from you, requiring and demanding your provision rather than allowing you to receive the energy, the effort that you're making back. The Empress not only is constantly generating love, abundance, opportunities, growth, but she is enjoying the process. The process is both an assertion of her creativity as well as a receipt of love. It's the cycling of energy and pattern that exists in nature. Venus rules this. It's about the attraction and repulsion, the balance of energies on both sides, so that equity is not the same as equality, but balance is equity. That's allowing yourself to come from a place of your strength in requiring, asking, pursuing what it is you want and what it is you deserve. There is this effort in this revelation, a kind of transformation you're experiencing that is informing you about the past that you are willfully changing. You're willfully seeing this pattern of loss, disappointment, failure, and you are transforming that into a way of proceeding into the future, a new way of doing things. You're not throwing anything out. You're understanding that everything that you have experienced has taught you lessons, has given you gifts, and you're translating that, leveraging that to envision a future, leverage a presence. This is an acknowledgement of your powerful presence and the worthiness and the deservedness you are of recognition, care, appreciation. You're acknowledging the abundance with which you are working here, and you're turning that to a place of pursuit of your desires so that you can make space to receive that back. You can acknowledge your needs and realize that you're pursuing something because you want it in your life. You need it, and you are allowing yourself to receive this. The King of Wands in the 7th house is clarified by the Messenger of Air in the 8th house and the Messenger of Fire in the 9th house. These are not pages, these are knights in this reading. And you are both exploring new ideas, new inspirations, new truths for you. This experience of desiring change is unlocking this wish and desire for change. You're no longer satisfied with the status quo. And instead, you're allowing yourself to feel and explore this new, passionate side of you, this inspirational, determined, courageous heart that is occupying the place of your relationships. And that's relationships with things and people, your goals, your desires, the relationship you have with yourself. You're acknowledging your passion as well as your pursuit of the truth. The Strength card in the 10th house is clarified by the King of Air in the 11th house and the Wheel of Fortune, called here Fortune's Wheel, in the 12th house. We have 2 kings and 2 knights of air and fire. And this is already a strong indication, as well as a queen and king of air here. So this is really saying the part of you that really wants to connect more deeply with yourself, to discover those aspects of yourself, your behavior, and your performance that will balance out the sense of inequality, that others are receiving the benefits of your supply of their needs, and you're not receiving that back. You're remedying that, you're curing that by giving yourself what you need, pursuing your truth, unleashing your passion for your desires of all sorts, particularly your desire for love. That is what is allowing the universe to create the opportunity that now is resulting in the real growth, the real building, the way that you are now able to persevere and move something forward procedurally is based on the karma that you've built up, that the universe recognizes. You know how to be strong when others are weak. But that doesn't mean that you are relinquishing your desire for care and attention back, for acknowledgement for your efforts, that you don't want to be supported simply because you're able to support others. The universe is seeing this karma that you've developed, you've built up, your acknowledgement of the power of your presence now, of who you are exactly as you are. And it's now providing you with that seed to build something that is going to be an expression both of your maturity in the world, your recognition of relationships, and the pursuit of your own desires, because that's why you're here. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aquarius, with a Language of Flowers card. And I have pulled the camellia. And the camellia's key word is peace. And it says, be calm, and calm will come. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Until next time, namaste.